Boys and girls, welcome back to my channel Raygo Reactions. Supertramp is the band we will be checking out today. I've been reacting to a couple of Supertramp songs actually this past few months, and to be fair, I've not got a single bad word to say about Supertramp. Absolute great songwriters. They were quirky, they had the look, and not to mention multi-talented. Like, they're all doing something that's you can't keep your eyes off. It's one of those bands you want to watch what each individual is doing, and that's when you know you've got a super band on your hands. Supertramp band on your hands. Now, today we're going to be doing Take the Long Way Home, which I don't believe I've heard before, but saying that, I've said that about a couple of Supertramp songs which I've been reacting to. I didn't think I knew it, but they're one of these bands where you grow up as a kid and you just hear the songs in films on the radio, and you're not, well, for me anyway, I'm not too sure who they are, but then you play the song and I'm like, oh, who's it by? And you go, Supertramp. I go, oh. You know, it happens to everyone. It would have happened to you. You'd be listening to a song and you had no clue who it's actually by, and then your mum goes, it's by these, and you go, oh. Anyway, we're going to be breaking it down. We're going to pause it at some points. If you do anything cool, we're most likely going to try and replicate the riff. But yeah, grab yourself a brew and let's get into this.
Listen, when you go home tonight after the concert, don't forget to take the long way home.
I wonder what that is there that he's got. Is there lyrics, or is that yeah, it looks like lyrics. Maybe he was a bit skeptical if he could remember the lyrics or not, so he had that there ready, because sometimes guitar players do that and they'll put it on top of there so you can look down it just in case you're a bit like, oh, I'm not too sure. I'm not gonna lie, I've been there myself, especially when it's a gig that you haven't gigged for a while and you're like, or it's a new song, you go, I'll put them there anyway. So, and do you know what, more often than not, you sing the first sentence, the other ones just come naturally, you remember them. It's just the first sentence you usually forget.
But there are times that you feel a pile of the scenery, all the greenery is coming down, boy. And then you watch it to think your pile of the furniture, oh, it's peculiar. She used to be so nice. A lonely days turn to lonely nights. You take a trip to the city lights and take the long way home. I take the long way home. You never see what you wanna see. Oh, forever cling to the gallery. You take the long way home. Take the long way home. And when you're up on stage, it's so unbelievable. Oh, unforgettable. And then it's all you. But then you might seem to think you're losing your sanity. Oh, calamity. It's a long
great band.
So when the day comes to settle down, well, who's to blame if you're not around? You took the long way home. 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 My cheeky took the long way home. I took the long way home. I took the long way home.
You know what's crazy? They've got so many different instruments that they can't. It's almost like they just want to play them all. He's got a tambourine there on top of his whatever that kind of keyboard he's got going on. The guy in the background, he's doing his harmonies because he wants to get involved on that. And then you got that. Forgive me, I don't know what that woman's called. Is that some sort of? I don't know what kind of instrument that is. An oboe? I don't know. But that guy, and then he's going back over to a synthesizer whilst harmonising. It's like they're having pure fun. They are what you call genuine musicians. You know those kind of guys who walk down the street, you're in a pub, and all of a sudden you just pull out a harmonica and start doing that. I've seen that. I've seen a guy who's like that. Just can't keep his eyes, hands, or anything off music. That's what this band's like. Just live, breathe, and think music. And that's what makes them so great. Partly. And they're all good singers as well. Great bass. That's very nice. It felt like that's what he was doing, but you might. And the bass was like not doing much, just these little stabs. Which the more I've been doing these reactions, I realised how bass, when you only add a little, it can really be a lot. Because I used to think, right, the bass is such an important instrument. You need to always be covering everything, every corner. You know, tuck everything in. Like there can't be a moment where you're not really playing the bass, because it's gonna sound like the song's bare. But if you, instead of going like, you know, instead of holding, letting it always, I felt like it always had to ring. But you can actually replace the bass and use it quite well with the kick drum, where it's like the kick drum's going. You can actually just add these, and because the kick drum, not to get nerdy, but you can like EQ them a specific way where the kick drum's lower than the bass, so the bass is a bit higher. It's a bit nerdy talk, but those, it basically makes when you're going, you can make it sound super thick and like, okay, there's lots of bass there, even though I'm creating so many gaps. But even if I was to, like I say, if I was to go, if I just wanted to go, but the kick drum was, and the bass is just going like that. Like I personally, I felt like that wasn't even an option, because it would have been like, this song's gonna sound, yeah, like it's got no bottom end. But after watching so many things like Dire Straits and even Supertramp were just doing bits of it then, so many different bands I've been watching, the bass is such a fundamental instrument, and you don't always have to be so hasty with it. You can do particular things, and that's why. And I always used to I didn't know about this because I'm not a bass player, but the bass and the drummer are so important. They get the kick drum, and Geddy from Rush, Geddy and the Neil Peart, like I've been watching them. The kick drum when the bass hits is such an important thing, and I never used to know that, but it's really sunk in after doing these reactions. So I'm learning a lot, and although I know it's just a reaction for some people, just want to see what I think of the song, to me it's also a lesson. I'm learning. Hopefully you guys learn some things as well along the way, for musicians, if you're a musician. Insanely cool. I just thought that was a great song. I want to check out more Supertramp. Let me know in the comments what you want me to do next. I would actually be kind of interested to see what their first ever album was like. Did it have any good songs in it? Were they late bloomers in the music scene after a couple albums? I don't know. You guys let me know. And if you want to request a song of your choice, you know what to do. Follow the link in the description below. Hit the like button. Subscribe, all of that stuff. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out.
Blue, Raygo blue, Raygo blue, yeah, Raygo blue.
Welcome to my Patreon. I thought today we'd react to do some exclusive stuff, you know what I mean, for you little legends only. I want you guys to tell me if this song sucks. If it does, it's gone forever.
Joe's seen something he likes. Call it the old
like it.
squatting up bosh.